Hi everyone, hope everyone's well. I'm playing Into the Whirlpool by Herman Luttman, American Civil War. It's a brand new game. I featured it already on my YouTube channel. Um, it's a tactical level, and this is scenario number 3. And I've already played the first 2 turns, so I'm getting sort of near the midway point, and I thought it was a good time to stop playing, just talk a bit about the game, talk a bit about how the scenario is progressing. The What we've got here are a bunch of Union defending this area here of the woods. We've also got some Union artillery on this section, looking sort of down the hill, as it were, Stony Hill, across this wheat field here, or this field here. Then we've got some more artillery looking down here on Rose's wheat field. There are some Union over here on this ridge area, and the Confederates, their task is to capture this area here, the other side of the stone wall, which they're making some progress on. They need to capture Stony Hill and try and make progress on this ridge over here. There's a hill. You can just see it on the camera. It's just about sort of this area here. And the casualties have been quite impactful on both sides. Both sides have actually lost about the same number of casualties. And it does look, you can see a lot of units. And it is, true to its name, it's definitely a whirlpool of both combat and vicious, brutal fighting. Certainly the combat's been very effective on both sides. But actually the game, in terms of the mechanics, the game simulates this incredibly well, and it's quite ordered. So even though you've got a lot of units and there's lots of counters, some gameplay counters on here as well, it's actually quite methodical. So each of these sort of formations, or groupings we'll call them for the sake of argument, that you can give them all an order, and you can roll to see if you can change that order as you're playing, and sometimes you can and sometimes you can't. And then within that, so for example, these Confederates here, they're trying to assault the Union. They're trying to bring the Union to bayonet. And actually, the Confederates on this side of the hill were able to do a little bit of bayonet damage, but actually have been pushed back by the Union, as the Confederates trying to assault that hill, assaulting into the grape shot of the cannon artillery, and they suffered definitely there. And these Union here are defending. So as I've given them the defend order to the leaders here, they've been able to, every time the Confederates move next to them, they're able to give musketry and as they move close to them. So the actual giving your formations orders works incredibly well. Changing the formations is quite thematic, because they just won't sometimes change their orders. They kind of got a little bit of a mind of their own. Then the actual combat itself is pretty crunchy. You have to work out the percentage that you need to be able to impact the target. But as you get sort of familiar with the mechanics, you quickly realise. And the rulebook just give this sort of volunteers this method, which I use a lot. You roll the dice first, and then you think, oh, it's quite close to what I think I'm going to need, and then you can work out the mathematics side of it. So, for example, we've got some units here. They can give some musketry on this unit here. This unit here, Union units here, is already taken some casualties, so it's been flipped over, and it's in the woods. So you kind of get a feel for what sort of percentage dice you need, and it's a percentage-based system. So you get some D10s, and you roll in D10s to work out the percentage. Not only that you need to inflict a disruption on the unit, but also casualties as well. And it's actually quite streamlined. And when you get to grips with it, it moves at a fair old pace, which is good because there are quite a few units here, as you can see. So you sort of methodically work your way through the units, activating the order of that grouping, for want of a better, or a word, and then the opposing side will do exactly the same. The Confederates will activate sort of 1, then the Union can activate 2. So it's soloing really nicely. And I have to say I'm thoroughly enjoying this scenario. This definitely, compared to the first two scenarios, this is a very meaty, sort of sizable scenario. I'm playing through quite leisurely. And like I said, even though there's a huge amount of combat, a huge number of casualties already, and it's simulating that sort of maelstrom almost, I would describe it as, of combat around these key areas. This key area here of the woods, the Confederates haven't really even been able to make any progress yet on the hill, and this hill over on that side as well. They've made a bit of progress there, even though it's simulating that beautifully in terms of the mechanics. So yeah, I'm just really enjoying it. So I just thought I'd stop playing and just talk about this game for a minute. I know a lot of people are interested in this game, and of course I'll play through the full scenario and play through the mains. There's like an even larger scenario than this, and I'll do a full review, of course. But I just wanted to stop and just talk about the game, sort of enthused about the game for a few minutes, because I'm thoroughly enjoying it. I do like the crunchy. I do like games with crunchy mechanics, and this definitely has those. But neither is it, overly complex. The cards also. So there is a deck of cards, and I've got a couple here that I've been using. Sometimes, like a lot of people, some games, if they offer cards as well, if it's not card driven, sometimes I'll skip. But the cards thematically are adding quite a lot of texture and theme to the gameplay, and I'm enjoying using those as well. In particular, I was able to roll the dice to get these Confederates so they could assault on the Union, which is what you need to do to be able to do close combat. So the idea being that these Confederates would bring these Union into the bayonet, and then the Union had a card that basically sort of stopped that order. So I had to, playing solo, of course, chose the best card for the Union at that point, and it worked thematically brilliantly, absolutely brilliantly. So that's it for today. I just thought I'd just do a quick video, just talk about the game and enthuse about it, as I said. But like I said, I will do a full review and sort of pick apart the game and describe all the mechanics. But I absolutely having such a blast playing this on this rainy afternoon. I just wanted to share some thoughts with you all. If you have played this scenario, super interested in your thoughts about the game and the scenario. Super interested to see who won. I feel at the minute it could go either way, and I'm looking forward to doing the next few turns to see. Like I said, the casualties have both been evenly matched. I feel evenly matched at the minute. The Confederates really need to make good on this wooded area here is the key, and then when they get to their objectives, the Union have got some artillery waiting for them. Both sets of artillery are in good positions already. So it's going to be tough for the Confederates. Union playing very defensive. It's how I'm playing it solo. I'm still learning the game, of course, so thoroughly enjoying that. But thanks as ever, and take care. Thank you.